Like if you're bringing the judges from the old season into the new one, blah, blah, blah. That was not mentioned at all. Hey beautiful humans, they finally renewed Canada's Drag Race for a second season, and I'm not shocked. I mean, the show was freaking amazing. It had the highest ratings on one of our platforms here in Canada called Crave. Made sense. Casting is now open for Canada's Drag Race Season 2, and it closes on March 1st. They said production will start in the coming months. Hopefully we still get a premiere in the summertime, because there's a lot of Drag Race going on, and I really don't know where it's gonna fit in between everything else. This could mean an entire year of Drag Race. Think about it. Right now we have All Stars 13, wrong. Can you imagine? Of course we're gonna have an All Stars 13 when I'm freaking 70. But anyways, the American Drag Race, which is season 13 going on right now. We have UK Series 2, which is coming the 14th of January, going on simultaneously with season 13 in America. After that, we're gonna have All Star 6, because that's the natural flow of things. Season 2, Canada's Drag Race, I'm hoping in the summertime, right after or right on the tail end of All Stars 6. That's what happened last year with All Stars 5. After that, we're gonna have UK Season 3 or Series 3, because they're shooting that this year as well. After UK Series 3, then I believe there's something with Spain at the end of the year. I mean, will we get any breaks in between? Because as much as I love the show and I want to cover everything, I would like a little buffer time in between just to like collect myself and appreciate the content and the work that all these girls really put into the show. Because if it's all just coming at you and there's no time to really savor the show, enjoy the judging, enjoy the talent, the looks and everything, and just celebrate the winners, I don't know how this is going to play out. I really don't know. Now, the press release came out for Canada's Drag Race Season 2, and dun dun dun, no judges were mentioned in the press release. What does that really mean for Canada's Drag Race Season 2? Normally when you have a press release, you talk about the show, how excited you are for the new season coming up, and the talent that you're going to be bringing in to the new season. Like if you're bringing the judges from the old season into the new one, blah, blah, blah. That was not mentioned at all. So there's speculations going around, circling in the north, where I'm at. They're saying that the judges might be fired. There's also something very important to note. Stacey, who was a judge, Brooklyn Heights, and Jeffrey Bowyer-Chapman, who came under extreme fire last summer, none of them reposted the release to say, hey, Canada's Drag Race Season 2. So right now, I'm kind of feeling like none of them are coming back. Some people said that Brooklyn should have just stayed on as the official judge. I have different thoughts. I think Brooklyn is great as a judge. However, I would prefer, personally, everyone has their preference and their opinions. Personally, for my viewing purposes, I would like to see RuPaul be in that chair. Think about it. This season, the first season was so amazing, was well received. Everyone loved it. It was like to great acclaim or whatever. So RuPaul might see that it's worth taking a trip to Canada once a year to come film this. So I'm thinking he might come. If he doesn't come, then Michelle Visage, she came as a guest judge and she was great. People loved her and it made the show feel kind of more legitimate in a way. Not to take anything away from Stacey, Brooklyn, and Jeffrey. They were all great. I loved seeing them every week. I did have some pointers for them. They were said to have come off mean and not really know much of what they're talking about, but they were all sweet in their own way, and that's that. But I would like to see either Michelle come and take that head judge spot or RuPaul come and take that head judge spot. I just don't think it will happen because in Canada they have this whole thing about if you're gonna be having TV shows, it should have a Canadian person at the helm or whatever, which is great. I love that. And if you're gonna be shooting it in our country and it's about us, like, let us be the ones to do it. But I just, if it's not RuPaul or Michelle, I need someone that I can feel like deserves it. Let's talk about what was not so great with the judges. I don't like that they were coming off so mean all the time. Like Michelle and Rue can be a little bit stern, and I don't mind it. This was a whole conversation. I made a video about that kind of thing last year, but I just feel like they didn't really know much of what they were talking about. For Brooklyn, even as a seasoned queen, I just don't know, man. Something about the show was lacking. I can't put my finger on it. I don't know if it's because Brooklyn has a really dead or cold snake-like sense of humor, and Stacey was just so excited about everything. Like, for the simplest things, she was like, oh my god. And I'm like, this isn't really gag worthy. And Jeffrey was giving this weird Snatch Game Trixie impression of RuPaul.
Today you could win, lose, or be safe.
But meaner. And it was just like, I don't get it. I don't really like it. But the crew, the girls, the cast, everything was so good that we kind of overlooked it. And I guess that's why they got a second season. I don't have a Canadian judge in mind yet for like the main judge. But if we're gonna use girls from the past, I would want to see someone who actually won their season to judge. No offense to Brooklyn, I like her a lot. I would like to see Bob the drag queen judge. If not Bob, then give it to Bianca Del Rio, because they actually won their original seasons and they are extremely successful outside of the Drag Race universe. Now, if not those two, then maybe some All-Stars winners like Trixie Mattel. She's wildly successful outside of Drag Race. If not Trixie, then Alaska, wildly successful outside of Drag Race. Great drag queens. I would like to see someone who has actually won the crown from RuPaul come and be a head judge on a show like this. But they're not Canadian, so I get it. And you might be saying, well, Priyanka won, make her a judge. I don't think so. I like her a lot. She's been doing amazing her past year as the current reigning queen, but I don't think she's ready to be a judge yet. She doesn't have enough experience outside of Drag Race, like being an international sensation on her own yet. One thing the press release did announce was that there's going to be a new showrunner. I wasn't really familiar with what a showrunner does or did, but I got some clarity from a friend of mine who works in TV, and they said a showrunner is above the director and the executive producer and everything. They're like the boss. They make sure everything goes smoothly. They make really big decisions, yada, yada, yada. That's my explanation. But anyways, the new showrunner, his name is Trevor Boris.
Do you like this? Yeah, I killed a drag queen for it.
He was a comedian turned TV guy. He is the showrunner for Big Brother. Now, he was on Big Brother Canada. He was doing so well, they brought him on to Big Brother US and Big Brother UK. And he's been doing wildly amazing. He has a comedy background. He knows about TV. He knows how to transform a reality competition TV show. Hopefully when he comes on the show, he fixes a lighting situation that's on the judges, because first of all, when you watch Drag Race UK or in America, whenever RuPaul is on the panel, the lighting is superb. Like, unclockable.
This is the top level of drag.
When you watch it on Canada, it was like it was like that joke Ben de la Creme made in All Stars 4 about Aja. Like, there's this one little flickering light in the hospital where it's like a haunted hospital. The light was just so bad. So bad. I hope he changes the lighting. I hope he changes the terrible chairs that the judges sat on. They were sitting on office chairs. Office chairs. Also, if we're going to change up the format and get rid of the judges we have, I want one head judge. I don't need 3 head judges. I want one head judge. Make it clear. You walk the runway, you make the decisions, you get counseling from everyone else, but you make the decision at the end of the day. I did not like when at the end of a lip sync, they had to be writing down their pick for who stays on a card. Then they all pass the cards along the table. It just was weird. Wasn't it weird? Another thing that I want to see in Canada's Drag Race Season 2 is I want them to have an Untucked. I feel like we didn't get one because we were new and they didn't really know what to expect. They didn't want to like put too much money into this in case it failed. But they realized that we did so freaking well as a franchise. we gave drama because a lot of people think Canadians are so nice, and you won't be getting any drama from them. All the girls are gonna be singing Kumbaya and it's gonna be so much fun. But it was fun, but it was dramatic. i.e. the iconic reading session between Jimbo and Rita Vega.
Your lace line looks like Arv. Your hair is fried. A wig should go directly in the garment.
I also would like to see a What You Packin', a show on YouTube or whatever, like what Michelle Visage does with the girls, so I can kind of get to see what's the clothes I didn't get to see on the runway, finish up any little unfinished business they didn't get to do while on the show. I would love to see that because we're starved for drag content here in Canada. We get to watch the American Girls and all of that, but when we do get a show for ourselves, it felt like here's a 1 hour show of the girls and that's it. We didn't really get any behind the scenes tea, nothing. It felt a little flat. So I'd love to see that be incorporated for this season. Overall, I'm super excited. I cannot wait for season 2 of Canada's Drag Race. I just want to see all the changes that production is going to make. It was not a bad first season by any means at all, but I can't wait to see them improve on what we already have. I want to see better guest judges, to be honest. A source of mine told me that they did try to get certain people and we would have gagged if they got those people. But for scheduling conflicts, we really couldn't. But let's see if we can get them this year. I mean, it's still kind of locked down. Where are they going? Like, come here. Here are some of my picks for guest judges that you guys can think of for this season. If you can get them, please get them. Carly Rae Jepsen, Elliot Page, Shania Twain. I also want to see the cast of Schitt's Creek. Moira Rose, oh my God.
I think these people deserve a little glamour.
David.
Oh my God, ew, David.
I need him on the show. Why not bring Rachel McAdams into a whole Mean Girls thing? That would be amazing.
That is so fetch. Gretchen, stop trying to make fetch happen. It's not going to happen.
Maybe even Shawn Mendes. Can you imagine? No tea. Plus, I'm excited to see what all the girls have to offer. Think of the fashions that UK Drag Race had in season 1 versus what we're seeing for the promo of UK series 2. The girls from season 1, well, they were great. I loved Bag of Chips and all of them, but their fashions were not all there. Like, there were a few girls that gave us looks, but not everyone. But looking at the promo looks for the series 2 of UK Drag Race, it's crazy. Everyone's a fashion queen, in my opinion at this point. Everyone looks stunning. So can you imagine what we have for season 1 of Canada's Drag Race and what we're probably gonna be getting for season 2? I just can't wait. Again, I told you, I'm kind of plugged into the Toronto drag scene. That's a lie, I'm not. But I follow a few other girls and I'm just watching to see who I think might be on if they disappear for a few weeks. But that's all the tea I have for Canada's Drag Race Season 2. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget I review Drag Race every week on my channel. Like, comment, subscribe, share that notification bell. Bye. Hey beautiful humans, I have so much more content. Come on, watch my shit.